Let's see some problems based upon the consolidation theory. This is the first problem that I took. It is in a normally consolidated clay stratum of 3 meter thickness. It has two permeable layers at its top and bottom. So sand layers are there at top and bottom for the double drainage, and the liquid limit and initial void ratio of the clay are is not 3.6, it is 36%, and void ratio is 0.82 respectively. While the initial overburden pressure at the middle of the clay layer is 2 kg per centimeter square, and due to the construction of the new building, the pressure increases by 1.5 kg per centimeter square. Compute the probable consolidation settlement. So this is the soil strata, and we have been given some data, that is liquid limit is equal to 36%, initial void ratio is 0.82, and sigma naught, that is initial overburden pressure, is 2 kg per centimeter square, and increase in pressure is equal to 1.5 kg per centimeter square. So in terms of effective stress, we know that settlement formula is given as Cc h naught upon 1 plus E naught log sigma naught plus delta sigma divided by sigma naught. So here we know the E naught, H naught is the total thickness, that is 3 meter, and sigma naught and delta sigma also we know, just we don't know the compression index. So for that we are given this liquid limit, and it is not a remolded clay because it is a foundation material, so it is undisturbed. So here Cc is given as, in terms of liquid limit, it is given as 0.009 WL minus 10. So Cc is equal to 0.009 36 minus 10, and that comes out to be 0.234, and so the settlement can be given as 0.234. If we want to find out the settlement in centimeters, so let's convert this into centimeter, divided by 1 plus 0.82 log 2 plus 1.5 divided by 2. So here we don't need to worry about the units of this stress because it will cancel out, and so settlement is equal to 9.37 centimeter. So this is the answer. This is the very easy question. And after that, let's see another. This is a very good question because it has this load dispersion. So let's understand that. The question is, the subsoil profile of a proposed site of a construction is shown. A square footing carries a load of 1000 kilonewtons. So here it has a load of 1000 kilonewton, is laid with its bed 1 meter depth below the ground surface. So this is 1 meter, this is 2 meter, 2 meter by 2 meter, so this length is 2 meter. And determine the consolidation settlement of clay layer on account of construction. There is geological evidence that clay is normally consolidated. Use 2 vertical to 1 horizontal for load dispersion to estimate the stress increase. So when there is stratified soil, and so we know at some point we know the stress, and at another level we want to calculate the stress. So for that, this kind of load dispersion technique is used. Let's say here if the load is P, so we want to find out what will be the load at some other level at a depth of H. So for that you will be given this, at what rate the dispersion should be there. So this 2:1 is given. So from here, at this level, if this increased length is Z here, so this stress can be given as, at this level, P by, if P is the load at top level, so below it will be, if this is B, so B plus Z, and if the other direction, if it is a this kind of footing, this is B and this is L, so it will be L plus Z. So by this we can find out the new stress at this level. Apart from this question is just similar. What we have to do, there will be some initial stress due to this overburden, so we want to find out in clay. And when you are asked such a question, so this load dispersion will be done up to the middle of the clay layer. In the above question also, the data was given for the middle of the clay layer, so we always calculate this increased stress for the middle of the clay layer. So now we will find out what is the initial overburden pressure, and then there is an increase in overburden pressure due to this whatever the building's load is coming. So here load is given, so there will be some stress due to this load. So we have to find this, and then we can simply apply our formula, that is delta H is equal to Cc H naught upon 1 plus E naught log sigma naught plus delta sigma upon sigma naught. So first we have to find the stresses. So let's see what will be the initial stress. And so initial stress we want to find out, as I said, at the middle of the clay layer. So at this level, so 2 meter here, 2 meter here, and 1.5 meter here. So the initial stress sigma naught is equal to, and the water table here is given here, so we can write it as 16 into 2, that is the unit weight times depth, plus this part will be in submerged condition, so we can directly write the effective stress as 20 minus 9.81 times 2, that is the depth, plus this is also in submerged condition, so 19 minus 9.81 into 1.5. So from here sigma naught is equal to 66.165 kilonewton per meter square. And now we want to find out the delta sigma, that is the increase in effective stress. So we have been given the load 1000 at this level. So the 1000 kilonewton load is being applied, let's say the base of this footing. So from here we want to find out this dispersion. So this dispersion will be something like this. That's what I have shown here. So that we have to use this two vertical to 1 horizontal rate. So using that, and so this depth from here, this is 1 meter, so this remaining depth here is 1 meter, and this is 2 meter, and up to this middle this is 1.5 meters. 1.5 plus 2 plus 1, that is 4.5 meter. So this is 4.5 meter. So 4.5, when vertical is 2, horizontal is 1. So when vertical is 4.5, so horizontal will be 4.5 upon 2, and here also 4.5 upon 2. So we can find out this increase by this formula, P upon B plus Z times L plus Z, which is equal to 1000 divided by 2 plus 4.5 by 2, and that is 2 plus 4.5 by 2 again. So from here delta sigma is equal to 23.67 kilonewton per meter square. So now we know sigma and delta sigma, and what else is not given? So for the value of Cc we'll have to find out, and Cc and void ratios, compression index and initial void ratio, this is also not given. So for that we have been given this natural water content and specific gravity and liquid limit. Let me write down here. So natural water content is 40%, specific gravity is 2.7, and liquid limit is 60%. So from natural water content we can find out the what is the initial void ratio. We know that Se is equal to Wg. So for this water content, what is the void ratio? From here we can find out, that will be our E naught. So this soil is in saturated condition, because this water table we can see it is here. So from this E naught is equal to 0.4 times G is 2.7, so E naught is equal to 1.08, and Cc is equal to, as we know it is given as 0.009 WL minus 10. So Cc is equal to 0.45. Now we can apply the formula, that is delta H is equal to Cc H naught upon 1 plus E naught log sigma naught plus delta sigma upon sigma naught. So putting the values, Cc is 0.45 into, let's say we want to find this increase in mm, so that is 3000 upon 1 plus 1.08 log initial stress was 66.165 plus delta sigma, it is increase in stress, is 23.67. 23.67 divided by 66.165. From here delta H is equal to 86.20 mm. So this is the answer. So the important thing to understand in this is the load dispersion, and rest is just the calculation of effective stress and the calculation of increase in effective stress.